Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake. Yeah.
It's a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got a counter right here. Isn't this where you place the orders?
We sell trophies, we sell plaques, we do embroidery. No food.
You got carry out?
Unlike the internet, everything that you need we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
You know, Jim, I'll be back tomorrow to pick it all up.
We'll wait for you.
Don't wait long.
Radio check.
Hey, good evening and welcome to this week's IEFA Game of the Week. This is Sean Blades along with my partner tonight, Brandon Bennett, bringing you a really good game between the undefeated first place Noblesville Grinders coming in here at 2-0 and the Westfield Junior Shamrocks coming in at 1-1. Two of the elite teams of our league and two bitter rivals. So, all right,
Go.
Coach Blades tonight. We're going to go ahead and quickly, while they're doing the coin toss, show you. I did a brief interview with Noblesville Grinders quarterback Max Osborne, as he was really pushy that he had some things to say here. So let's see what Max Osborne has to say about this game. All right,
Go.
Coach Blades here with Max Osborne, quarterback for the Noblesville Grinders. Max, you got a big opponent here with Westfield, our rival, who we agree to hate, at least for today. What's your game plan? How do you think the Grinders are going to do?
I think we're going to pound it inside and keep it running, and hopefully we can get a stuff.
You think there's any chance, Coach, is it Hostetler, your OC? Is there any chance he's going to let you run the ball for a change?
I don't know.
Okay, you need to ask about that. Okay, you need to show them legs off. What else about Westfield are you worried about? Have you watched film?
A little bit of film.
What are you worried about most?
Edges. So I think I worry about getting outside, but I know we can pound the ball with Dawson and Jimmy.
You have both of those options at your availability. You're in good shape.
Yeah.
All right, this is it. This is Max Osborne with the Grinders. Go Grinders. And Westfield, I hope you do okay. All right, well, there you had it. Max Osborne's predicting the Grinders are going to be able to move the ball up the middle, and they're worried about the edge. So your quarterback's not even looking to put the ball in the air today. He's looking to run the ball. We're going to quickly have our national anthem. Well, here we are. Beautiful day for football. Coach Bennett, who played for the Grinders back in the mid-'80s, coached with the Grinders for several years, including 6 years with me. What are your thoughts on this rivalry in this game today, Coach?
Well, Noblesville Westfield really has been one that has really changed over the years as Westfield has just grown tremendously and gotten so much better over the last 10, 15 years. And I think that for Noblesville is the big rivalry now. I know when I was growing up it was Noblesville Carmel, but now this is it. This is the rivalry. This is the big game, and I know that getting these kids up for this game shouldn't be a problem if it's a Noblesville fan or a Westfield kid, quite honestly, back to Noblesville. So this should be a good one.
Yeah, it's funny. I think about that when my son was on the Knights, the HSC's travel team back in the day. Westfield was fairly new to the league, and Coach Gilbert had just gotten there, and they were just kind of getting things rolling over there. And he tells the story a lot that when he came and got involved, they wanted to get rid of the IEFA team altogether because Westfield not only didn't win a game, they didn't get a first down the entire season. So he took over that program with not a lot of confidence, I believe, is the story. And obviously what he's done, I would say just from my experience with about a decade with the IEFA, Westfield sets the standard of how to run a football program from first grade to 12th grade. They do a wonderful job.
Absolutely.
Coach Gilbert built that, and then Coach Miracle is keeping up with it. Deep kick there to 34. That's Connor Simmons on the receiving. Makes a nice cut.
Pretty good field position to start there.
Is that 34 or 94?
Well, I'm getting older. My vision's not quite what it used to be.
It's gotta
but
be 34.
Looks like 34.
No, that's a 94. That's Braden Kowach. That's Braden Kowach. Just don't take any of his glory away. Made a nice play.
Absolutely.
All right, well, the Millers have come out. Max Osborne, who you saw in that breathtaking interview earlier, coming out to lead the charge here. Okay. Let me make sure run that back at halftime, so those of you didn't get to see it. Now, Westfield traditionally is really good defensively. They're coming out in the 50. A little different than what we're used to seeing. Just a direct snap to Dawson Cornell. I'll tell you, Coach Hostetler with the Grinders is very creative. He puts a lot of time and effort into it with his staff and building game plans. And that was a beautiful play there. Just a little direct snap, single wing action. Good blocking on the edge.
Yeah, absolutely. 6 yards right out of the gate on first down. Little confidence builder for these guys. Be interesting to see what they do here and keep this drive moving.
I think Westfield will have a little bit of a size advantage inside, but Noblesville's got as good of skill guys and bigger skill guys as anybody in this league this year. A little toss to the left.
Oh, he's got a lead blocker out there.
Yeah. Dawson picks up a couple. Honestly, Jimmy Canada there, number 12, has to look inside there. If you watch this pitch, the fullback, if he just looks inside on that edge and picks up that inside backer,
right.
This is going to be a big play.
Yeah, it's like he had his eyes targeted on the safety there and just kind of missed that inside guy flowing over there.
Happens a lot. You're looking for a big play, but, you want to get 7-8 yards there. You'd rather see big Dawson Cornell going up against a corner than a linebacker there. You like his chances.
Yep.
Ozzy's under center. We got trips to the right. Little inside counter to Caden Bierstrom, who is incredibly fast. Picks up a big chunk of yards there down to the 30-yard line. Nice tackle there by number 19 is that 19? It's 18. Yeah,
that was a great play. Great hole. Great cut. Man, he was just a step from breaking that thing all the way. So we're down at first down at the 30 now for the Grinders here. So good solid start. Positive yardage on every play here.
Graham Paris with the tackle there. Yeah, that trips formation, they've been heavy going to it the first 2 weeks, so to have a counter coming back the other way was pretty big for them. Here's Dawson Cornell right up the gut. Looks like it's going to be a holding call, though, on the
straight dive was a great play, but maybe it was a great play because there was holding.
Yeah. Some pretty good blocking in there. I'll tell you, Grinders look like they're up for the fight inside between the tackles right now.
Yeah, anywhere they wanted to go at this point in time has been there's been big lanes there.
It's going to bring it back to a 1st and 20. No reason for Coach Hosteller to panic here. Coach Moran is the head coach. Bobby Moran over at Westfield's been there. This is his 6th year, I believe. He came in my third year. Bobby's a good dude. He runs our league as president, does a lot of the behind-the-scenes grunt work to keep this league moving and dealing with any kind of issues that may come up, and he's a guy that's bought in. Now here's something special. 43 in the backfield there is King Hall, 5th grader. He's incredibly special athlete. I look for him to make some big plays. Very nicely played there by number 50
Where'd
for
he
Westfield.
come from? He's right up front there. Was he a zero tech or is he coming from linebacker?
He's a defensive end. He's defensive end.
Ah, there we go.
Fights off the block, fights inside.
Great use of hands.
That's Isaiah Richardson. That's actually, I believe, he's got some famous lineage there in that family. 22, Dawson Cornell's just got to stay on that block a little bit more, and he will. He'll adjust. Good football. Way to defeat a block and make a play. He protected that inside gap from out there in a 6-7 technique. See what Coach Hosteller has in mind here on 2nd down. Again, King Hall off the right tackle. Going to pick up 6 or 7. Going to make it 3rd and about 14.
Yeah, Westfield's adjusting there a little bit. They're bringing a lot more dudes up the middle here and trying to shut that inside down. You look like you watch that play. There's a lot of guys up there in the A-B gap.
Ozzy's getting the play in from Coach Hosteller here. It's going to be a 3rd and 15. You kind of thinking pass or something. It's interesting in this league, though, especially when you're across midfielders. It's always 4-down territory.
Yeah.
You're not looking to punt much. And they're spreading it out here, going to look 2 by 2. Maybe look for a quick bubble. Oh, here's a little shovel pass to King Hall, who makes an incredible good
goodness. What a cut.
He's a shifty fella.
Yes, he is.
Going to bring up 4th and about 9. Yeah, it's just a little shovel. I'm trying to see if the O-line did anything fancy there. They really didn't. They just, I believe, actually, they're trying to get 22 inside there on a lead block, and he got hung up in traffic. You definitely want one extra blocker there on that play. King can make a guy miss, but it's hard to make 3 guys miss. He's going to have trips left. Dawson Cornell in the backfield alone. Just a little quick bubble to King.
He's going to get there. He's going to be short.
I think they're hoping to get outside there. The blocking was set up to get to the sidelines, but he had to cut that back in. Let's see this again. Yeah, they lead blockers there, 23 and 20. AJ Gonzalez and Everett Hill, they've just got to get their eyes up there and get on those guys a little quicker.
Yep, they just missed a little bit there, but they'll figure that out. I mean, at the end of the day, it wasn't a bad series. We didn't put any points, or the Grinders didn't put any points up on the board, but I think they figured a few things out on the first drive.
I'm really curious to see this. Now Westfield is led by Xander Patchett, a quarterback, who's one of the better athletes in this league this year, and this will be interesting to see how this offense and this defense line up.
Oh, boy.
They definitely caught the Grinders sleeping there. A little razzle-dazzle to open the game, but ball was a little underthrown. 34 there from Westfield. Elijah Sexton trying to get it deep down there to Cooper Maggart, and one other player was down there.
Yeah, it looks like
is it 85?
Couldn't see it
Might have
there.
been
Yeah,
Mason
might have.
Knight.
Yeah, it was 85 there.
I'll bring up a 2nd and 10. I'd say in all my years of being in this league, Westfield always has had one of the more prolific passing games.
Absolutely. I so remember back when my son was a 5th and 6th grader on the team. That's what they did. I mean, that was 90% of what they did.
They were just in a simple 2-by-2 set with the left tight end, and it's funny at this level, and even at the high school level sometimes, that bobbled snap that you see there, little high snap, just kind of creates almost a delayed draw or counter, and defenses have a tough time adjusting.
Right. Usually you'd think it'd be a broken play, but he made a lot of positive yardage out of that one.
Now Westfield has a lot of different personnel packages and getting a lot of kids in and out on the field here. See what they come out in here, but on 3rd and about 2, they're going to go in their pistol with a fullback.
And there's that snap, Coach.
Yeah, that's the reason guys like me and Scott McCoy hate the shotgun. It's a drive killer.
It absolutely is. They were moving forward there, had a little momentum on that last play, and puts them in 3rd and long, actually 4th and long now, and
probably the punt.
It looks like they're setting up for the punt formation.
Westfield's one of the teams in our league that actually punts. What I hear, Noblesville can punt this year. They were told they had to. I was 100% against that.
Yes, I know. I remember how you ran that offense. We were going for it no matter what.
We can develop punters later in life. Well, ball's going to roll to about midfield, just across in minus territory. It's going to be 3:24 left in this first quarter. The Grinders will take back over. Both teams were able to stop, and they honestly each stopped themselves with a big penalty on each drive, I'd say, and a bad snap.
Right. Yep, they hurt themselves there, but even at this level, at this youth level, the coaching here, man, it's good enough to make those adjustments and fix those types of problems that they've got right now. And it's obviously early in this game, but I look for them both to make adjustments and move forward. So we'll see what happens.
Scores from earlier today: Brownsburg stays undefeated, moves to 3-0 after beating a previously unbeaten Ben Davis team 12-7 on a thriller. That's from Coach Dudley or Ben Davis's mouth to me, as it was a thrilling game, and Brownsburg came up on top 12-7, so remain undefeated.
He's got a lead blocker there.
I think that's Dawson Cornell again. No, that's Dawson Cornell. Big, physical, fast fifth grader. Good job by Bierstrom coming through there and setting the lead block.
Yeah, he was coming from wing and came across the formation. Nice job through there.
It's good little wrinkles, because you get teams at this level, especially your Westfields and your better coached teams that are keying guys, and you're keying a fullback that takes off toward the 6 hole, but yet you're running back an ISO the other way. That's pretty good play design. Here comes the screen. This was a big play last year. Big play last year against Westfield. We were able to run screen at will and a lot of single wing power in it. That was a little different look. As you see, it looked to me like they're going to go to the wing back coming across the formation. And
yeah, instead it was Cornell, and boy, he had a nice gain there. And first down then for the Grinders at Westfield's 29. So great play there, and Cornell's really looking solid out here.
He's a good athlete. Good poise by Max Osborne to sell the fake, get his eyes across the field, and come back and hit him in the numbers.
Yep.
There's just a straight dive with Cornell again.
Yeah. Boy, Coach, he really does look good. First time I've seen him play, and I'm impressed so far with him. And quite honestly, this line is making some holes
there.
They
really are. They're doing a good job up there. They're moving. They're not moving them as much as maybe with the teams we've had, the bigger guys, but they're getting and fitting on the right guys. And if you're getting the ball snapped and across the line quick enough, as as a line coach, when you're getting that ball across the line of scrimmage in 1.2, 1.5 seconds, you love it.
Absolutely.
That's another reason I struggle with shotgun, because unless you got a real good crisp snap, it takes so long to get that ball, and you're asking your O-line to do so much work. All right, they've got that tripped package to the right. To the left. They're going to take a timeout.
A little confusion there. It didn't seem like everybody was on the same page. Good timeout by Coach Ely.
To give a shout out to our sponsors real quick. IEFA Game of the Week is brought to you by Blades Audio, Video, and Security, serving the K-12 and corporate and the government customers throughout the state of Indiana, celebrating our 20 years this January. Brandon Bennett is our Director of Operations over Blades AV. You got anything good to say about the company while the boss is sitting beside you?
Well, I've already told you this anyways, and anybody who asks me, I'll tell about it. How blessed I am to be there, and man, we're just growing like crazy, and we're crazy busy, and I'd like to think we're having a blast doing it, and we got a great team. I really am happy to be there, and looking forward to continuing the growth, and like I said, blessed. That's the word that always comes to mind for me.
I feel like we're blessed to have you and to have so many people that I feel like we were teams full of first-round draft picks,
Yeah.
And, couldn't be happier and more blessed and surprised, what the Lord's done, and we're happy. We're here to serve, and if you got any AV needs that don't involve your patio or your swimming pool and it involves business or your school, let us know. We'd be glad to try to help you.
Absolutely.
We did in the gym. Just remind us, we put the video wall at the Hamilton County TV World Headquarters down here.
That's right.
It's some high-level meetings.
That's
I think he's hosting a presidential debate there in a couple weeks, right, Jim? There comes that counter
great
again.
Play, that counter.
Good block by Jackson.
Did it get in?
Number 5 out there, Camden Jackson, really did some work on the stalk block, which is something it doesn't get looked at a lot. But if you watch this play, you're one block away from busting it. Watch 5 in the open field, kind of sell it as if it's away from him, then coming back, and he got just enough of his body.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great run there by Caden Bjerdstrom, to get that in the end zone there.
It's Bierstrom. Coach Ely's called him Bergstrom for 2 seasons. Bierstrom's such a good kid. He just lets him have it. Call me whatever, coach. Just give me the ball. Yeah, and in the IFA rules, a reminder again, on the extra point, you can go for 1 from the 3-yard line. You can run or pass, kick or run it. And if you go from the 5-yard line, you can kick it or you run a play, and it's worth 2. Grinders have chosen to go for 2. This is kind of where you break out some. This is an inverted wishbone look with a little motion, almost called toss to the right here with King Hall. Westfield does a good job of taking away that edge, but that kid.
What a cut.
It was 2-on-4 out there.
It was. He should not have scored that there.
If you look at the replay, Westfield did a good job jumping out on that. And King Hall, there was 3 unblocked guys.
Wow.
And he got in the end zone.
Look at that effort, Coach. That's as much an effort play as it is a skill play, and having it designed that way. That was really, really impressive.
That touchdown reminds me, Noblesville trophies. Anytime you got a team member of your team at work, or you got a fantasy football league, or you're getting ready for the college season, you need a trophy. All the baseball seasons, are they wrapping up yet, or do they ever wrap up?
Baseball is 399 days a year.
Right. Any of your trophy needs, Noblesville Trophies is the place to go. Go down there. I mention my name, and you actually will get a 0% discount today only.
The Sean Blade special.
Sean Blade special. But give it up for Noblesville Trophies on that touchdown. All right. Missing my boy Scott McCoy today, Brandon, but I got to say, I feel like a lot more comfortable with you here. I don't feel like I'm going to get beat up.
Oh, well.
Kick goes off of a Westfield player out of bounds there. It's going to be at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, the big advantage with Coach McCoy is just my gosh, how long did he coach down there in Center Grove and give to that program?
Well, he's 78 years old, so I think he coached about 15 years.
Yeah,
and he'll tell you it was his staff. Aaron Steven, T.J. Smithy, Paul Bennett, Scott Hines. He had guys with him for almost that complete run, and nobody coaches youth football better than Scott.
Yeah, he'll forget more football than I'll ever know. So, shout out to Coach McCoy. He really did. He went over and above to help us out when we were coaching and kind of trying to revamp the thing with grinders. And
I'll tell you, there's a hold on 50 there from Westfield. He didn't call it. We'll run off the left side to lose a couple yards. Yeah, Coach. Nobody's the turnaround of the grinders program was as much attributed to Scott McCoy of Center Grove as anybody else, man. We learned a lot from that dude.
Absolutely. Coach, here's the thing I'm wondering right now. This is the about the 4th play that Westfield has run, and every single snap the quarterback has struggled with. It's been over his head. He's made a couple of athletic catches. So, how are they going to make an adjustment with that right now? It's
a problem. And Noblesville's not huge up front, but they're active and they're athletic. Good play there.
That's great. That's a great play.
Honestly, who's that 20? Who's a corner over here?
It looked like 25, but we don't have a 25.
It's 26 or 8. I think it's London Rollins. Yeah, 28. He did a good job. He didn't make the tackle, but he set the edge to where the kid had to cut back into his people.
Yep. He came up aggressive. I'd like to see him break down a little bit more, but at the end of the day, he did his job there, like you said, and turned it back inside to where his buddies are coming in to help.
I was thinking earlier when you said that when a team is having snap issues, I'd love to put a dude right over that center and just make it even more difficult. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. After 1, the score is your Noblesville Grinders 8, the visiting Westfield Rocks 0. This message, we'll be right back after this brief message.
Blades Audio Video Security is Indiana's premier K-12 audio, video, and security provider. Blades is a design-built firm that provides high-quality solutions that are designed, engineered, installed, and warranted by our team of experts. For 18 years, we've helped schools and local businesses see and hear more clearly. Whether it's your sound system, your displays, your network, or your building security, ask how our experienced team can serve you.
All right, we're back with you and getting ready to start the second quarter. Westfield has the ball on their own 43-yard line with a 3rd and 9. First quarter was owned by the Noblesville Grinders, outgaining them and just controlling the football. Now Westfield has some weapons. They got good schemes. We'll see what Coach Moran and his staff do to try to mix it up here a little bit. Coming out here to start this second quarter. Hey, my son and grandson just showed up.
Yeah, it'll be. We'll see what Westfield's got here. Noblesville's got an opportunity to shut them down here, 3rd down, and hold them on this end of the field. We'll see what if this is where they pull something out, some of their known trickery here.
Well, let's see here. Xander Patchett still at quarterback. I'm trying to get a number on the running back here. I think it's Reed Hubner, number 9, but I can't tell. There's another snap issue.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's just killing him right now.
It
Xander
is.
Patchett just recovers it, does all he can with it. That's going to be a loss of 10. It's going to bring up a 4th and 20. We're going to see another punt.
Yep.
Looks like London Rollins dropping back to field the punt. London Rollins kid, they had him playing some fullback last game or week 1, and he's a tough little rascal. What grade's he in? I don't know. I don't have the grades on this.
We don't have the grades. We'll have
All
to
right.
talk to Coach Ely about the roster.
Who's back to punt? Can you get a number there? Westfield's got a personnel issue here. They're squared away now. They're good to go now. Good snap.
Oh, boy.
23,
Really close.
is that Everdell? Rollins catches this thing on the run, and he's got.
We got a flag in there.
They're calling a hold all the way back here. Going to call it on Cornell. The Grinders staff does not agree with that call. But
No, not at all.
good hustle there by 50 and 24 from Westfield. Luke Bollier and Isaiah Richardson getting there to make some plays.
So it looks like that's going to take that back to maybe, the 35 or so.
Well, they're not moving it.
Not.
Oh, they're calling a blindside block.
Oh,
I think that's 15. That'll take it back to the 30.
yeah. We saw that last night at the high school game, and
That was Marcus Burns. That was actually the right call, I think.
by the letter of the law, probably. But boy, he had his head on the right side. He didn't completely blow the kid up.
Did we see a replay
I
on
don't know
this
what
one?
else
I
you
didn't
can
see
do.
it. I don't know. All right, well, Nobles will start with the ball 30-yard line, 1st and 10. You know, and officials are going to be err on the side of protecting kids at this point. You really want to teach kids not to go for that kill shot. You want to
Absolutely.
you can impede them and get them out of the play without destroying them. I didn't see that play.
I didn't either.
So we'll just have to go with the officials on it. Noblesville's fans did not agree, but Noblesville comes out tight right, wing left, a little tight eye formation. Again, just looking to run it right up the gut. Dawson Cornell picks up about 8 or 9.
Great run, great hole, great lead block. They're controlling that front up there, and as you and I were talking, they're not moving these guys off the ball, but they're fitting up and they're getting in really good position.
Yeah, and that's London Rollins, 23, on the lead block from fullback, just getting on a linebacker. I feel like the league is small this year. Overall,
The size of the kids.
The size of the kids, yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be a first down there on the toss. That's Dawson Cornell on the toss.
Stanner made a nice little block out there. He recovered, and as you talk about small, he's not a big kid, but he did just enough to allow him to get a couple of yards there, and that's all you can ask out of these kids.
Yeah, Zayden Stanner's a tough little rascal. He loves the game of football as a fifth grader. Struggles to even get on the field, but, had such a role last year but he's a kid that shows up 30, 40 minutes before practice, gets out there and gets ready and just loves the game. Good job by Max Osborne to recover that.
Oh, great tackle out there. That was a saving tackle right there.
Was that 9?
That was 30.
Let's look.
Was that 33? Let's see here.
Yeah, it looks like we had numbers on the edge. 33. Great job by that kid.
That's a great play.
Cooper Maggart, sixth grader, just did a wonderful job of bringing down big old Dawson Cornell. Well, 2nd and 8. This is a big drive for Westfield. They can't let Noblesville come down and score. They're back to a 40 look, more of a 4-4 look than the 50. King Hall.
Oh, great run.
On the run. He's fit up by an unblocked linebacker and still able to break the tackle and pick up 4 or 5.
Yeah, Mason Nye came in there to really stop him, but then King just ran right through him.
He did. He's a strong, deceptively strong kid. Caden Bergstrom's kicked himself a little bit there. He missed the ISO block there where on his linebacker. He recognized it as soon as he did, and then he froze, which you kind of want to say, if you miss your block, just go block somebody.
Go find somebody.
Yeah, and Caden will kick himself for that.
Find the first ugly helmet, right?
We got no tight end, 2x2 set, single back in the backfield. I don't even know if that was a play, but King Hall takes kind of the direct snap.
It looked like it was just a snap to the quarterback, and he just tapped it to King Hall. No, I think that King kind of stepped in and took that with his hand, and didn't look like that's exactly how it was designed, but, it worked out. They got the first down, and they got another set of downs here.
Yeah, we'll call that the hot potato play.
Exactly.
Ball's just across midfield now. I'm going to predict you're going to see Noblesville come back to that counter play with 11 back here to the tight end side soon. Just a straight dive there with Jimmy Canada. Again, just a big, tough kid, hard to bring down. He's getting hit at the line of scrimmage, and he's just driving his feet and making things happen. If you look at this, left guard Grant Hell makes a pretty decent little block. Bierstrom actually comes in and does a great job blocking the linebacker. Just, again, straight dive with Jimmy. Number 9 and number 88 for Westfield?
Yeah.
So Reed Hubner and Blake Wachumurka make the tackle downfield, but after about an 8 or 9 yard gain.
Noblesville's picking up the pace here now.
So they're just running it.
Yep.
Same play.
Yep. Canada runs really, really hard. I'm impressed with him too.
He does. He's a kid that could have actually started for us last year. We were pretty good in the backfield, but when he'd come in, you'd hardly notice. He'd pick up 5-6 yards, ran hard, right at that weight limit. Our league's running weight limit's 120 pounds, and you got guys like him and Cornell who probably just made that weight. And once we weigh in that first weigh-in the week before game 1, you're good for the whole season.
Absolutely, and they pack on the pounds. Some of these kids will put on 10 pounds after that weigh-in. That's a difference maker.
Wish I would learn how to cut weight.
Yeah, right.
Dawson Cornell on the counter, little crisscross. Picks up about 7. Going to be down to the 20-yard line. It's going to bring another first down.
Really, really impressed with what Noblesville's able to do here on offense. Just pretty much what they want.
Yeah, and they're simple there. All they're doing is taking the fullback to the wing side, and the wing's coming across and becoming that lead blocker. So if you got a team that's keying that fullback, they're going to step away from the play.
Right.
And that wing's just coming back being the lead blocker on the ice. So it's just a simple play design, but they're running it in a really good way. We got King Hall on the wing now, I believe. Makes you think maybe counter's coming. Trying to run no play. Nope.
Yeah. Oh, great recovery. Bobbled that handoff, but he was able to hold on to it.
Jimmy on just a little dive right, Canada. Looking at Westfield here. They got a good linebacker there. 34 for Westfield's got a good nose for the ball, and Elijah Sexton's filling windows there, and he's seeing things. Westfield's getting a little bit owned up front right now, and I didn't expect that.
No, it looks like they're a little winded, quite honestly. The front 3 or 4 there are hands on hips and kind of breathing hard. So
trips left, and this Dawson Cornell up the left side, or just on the left, off the left guard, and picks up 3 or 4 more yards.
Just a little power football there.
Yeah, no lead blocker to speak of. He's just looking for a gap and getting 3 or 4 yards. He's going to bring up a 3rd and about 4. Osborne gets the play. 2:24 left in this first half. Grinders would love to punch it in here with little to no time remaining. Third and 4. Ozzy's under center. Still got the trips left package here. Westfield did a wonderful job. 44 there.
Oh, yeah.
Eli Calling was on a perfectly timed blitz. I believe he was a linebacker. If you watch this, he's coming back, almost took the handoff for the counter play.
Yeah, they blew that up, sniffed it out really, really well. That was an impressive stop for Westfield, and an important stop because now it's 4th and long for the Grinders. And what do you see them doing here, Coach? I mean, obviously they're going for it, right? They're down there at the 19, 18-yard line. What are you looking for here?
You don't know the ball. Is the ball in the middle of the field?
Looks to be, yes.
I think on 4th and 8, you're going to probably see them go back to that screen, something like that, or they may just try to get a formation to get. They may try to look to get number 11, Caden Bierstrom, one-on-one with someone out here, or throw it up to Jackson, number 5. If he's had one-on-one press coverage the whole game. You got to kind of take a chance. You can't think with needing 8 yards to go that the whole playbook's not available at this point.
Right.
They also run a toss pass that might come into play here.
Yeah, I don't see the power game coming into play on this one, but you never know. The creativity of Noblesville's play calling has been really, really impressive, and a lot of nice variety there, and you just don't know what's coming next.
Yeah, and Hostetler's very creative, and he's got a couple guys helping him. They're putting a lot of time into this and doing a good job.
All right, so we got 1:49 left here, 4th and 8, and we're going to see, Coach, you gave a lot of different options of what Noblesville could do here, and we'll see if any of those are going to come to fruition.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I was running this. I'd want to come back with screen or just go one-on-one. If you look up top, you got Bierstrom, number 11, which Westfield looks like they're key to that. Reed Hubner's coming kind of over the top, but now you got King Hall. I mean, you could run a slant wheel out there and try to get King Hall up the sidelines. There's a number of things you can do. Looks like I almost said Marlon Jackson. Camden's down here at the bottom, and he does have a safety over the top of him in one-on-one. I'd definitely go to the top of the screen.
They anticipated that. That was one heck of a read there by number 50, Isaiah Richardson. Great play.
That's on A.J. Gonzalez. Has got to get better steps there, and A.J. is a really good athlete, but he did not take a lateral step to the outside to get leverage, and he just got beat. If that's the play they're going to choose to run, that's a 7, if almost a wide 9 out there on A.J., and he's got to sprint to beat Richardson to that spot to have any chance, and he just did it. Yeah.
They turned the ball over there, so now it's Westfield, and they've got 1:42 from their own, or from down at their own 22-yard line. Let's see what they've got in store here.
A personnel issue with Westfield. Didn't have enough linemen in. The right tackle's now in the game. Yeah, well, they may try to air it out. We'll see. Xander Patchett. He's asking for a motion. He's not getting it.
It looked to be a false start there.
It's going to be a delay. Yeah, they're a little discombobulated right now over there with Westfield. He's still a one-possession game.
Absolutely it is, and I am a little surprised. Westfield hasn't had a little bit more success on offense, but Noblesville's really shut them down with just good, solid tackling and fundamentals.
Yeah, they're a solid team, and I think people see on film they think they're undersized, and you get in there and it's hard to block 11 pretty athletic kids. Now Westfield does get the ball to start the second half, so again, I put my coach's hat on here. I'm not doing anything crazy. You're not in good field position. Last thing you need is a turnover or interception or fumble. Or if I'm Noblesville here, I'm burning timeouts.
That and it looks like that's what's going to happen. That was
actually Westfield called a timeout for him.
What? Oh, okay. My bad.
Again, if I'm Westfield, that clock I wanted to run because I'm getting the ball back.
Yeah.
You know, what am I going to do down here at 80 yards from the end zone? But hey,
that was well played by Noblesville. You had guys staying home, and I know when we coached together, man, we preached about staying home, especially in these situations, and against a team like Westfield, who we know is going to try some sort of trickery. You know, just do your job, right?
When you try to do somebody else's job, bad things happen.
Right, and there were 5 guys on that tackle there. That was really well executed.
Would you say that was a defensive work of art?
I would say that's a defensive work of art.
Which reminds me of our other sponsor, Tony Thomas Art. If you guys get a chance, go to TonyThomasArt.com. Look over his art. Tony's a friend of ours that is down in Monroe, Louisiana. Does some beautiful artwork. Good man. Brandon, you got a chance to meet him a few weeks back. He said he's been getting a lot of traffic from Indiana looking at his site. He's if you're a Southerner or you love the porch and the sweet teas and the lemonades and a lot of good biblical pictures, he does a wonderful job. He's a very talented artist and a good person. I encourage everybody to go to TonyThomasArt.com. Here we go. 2nd and 14. The snap was very delayed, and they are wide open.
Yeah, a guy on the outside there running just a streak, really. 86 was wide open, but that's a hard. I mean, at this level, that's a hard completion to make. But you know, he threw it 30 yards down the field.
That was a good throw. That's a good
impressive.
Throw. And then the kid 88 was 4 or 5 yards behind the corner there, and this is where I think if I'm Coach Ely, I'm putting an extra DB in, which is what he's doing. Take a lineman out, go to a true 3-4, and get 2 safeties deep. I'd probably run quarter still. They're staying in cover 2 with press coverage. I'd probably go to a cover 4 here. Let's see what number 3 is Aiden Standard does. They're just going to run the ball.
Yeah, they're just going to run this thing out now.
Now, if I'm Noblesville, I'm taking a timeout, and they do. Because now Westfield did them a pretty big favor. It's 4th and 11. There's a minute 17. Noblesville is going to get the ball back with over a minute on the clock.
Yeah, and should have it on this side of the 50.
Yeah, with explosive playmakers, available.
So what's that? Noblesville's still got 2 left, and a minute 17 here. So
yeah,
could be interesting.
Got time to do a few things. Look for them to go back to that screen. Maybe look for it to throw it up deep. They haven't tried that. We thought they were going to that last 4th and long, but a lot of options. And if you're Coach Moran here, you're probably punting. They did a pretty good job punting earlier. And if you're Bobby Moran over there, you're thinking, if I can punt this ball and get the ball down, like when the ball's on the 22, anything net 15 or 20 gained on a punt in this league is pretty good.
Absolutely.
If they get that ball outside the 35, 40-yard line, they're tickled.
Yeah, they're happy. But he hit this thing really well last time. We'll see what they do, though.
Bobby'd like to get this into halftime 8-0 and say, all right, let's make some adjustments. We're in this game and see what we can do. Because Westfield's defense has been just scrappy enough to keep them in it.
So they are in punt formation.
Now, Noblesville doesn't look like they have any kind of a punt block on. They almost blocked the last one, but they don't seem to be interested in.
Oh, boy. That's a big play.
Big play, bobbled snap again. Aiden Thornburg on the tackle for Noblesville. Punter was just in a bad spot. Ball bounced to him, and
he just tried to do what he could.
Well, there's everything Noblesville could hope for. You got the ball 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line with 2 timeouts, Coach.
Yeah, and the problem is, we talk about that the shotgun snap. Well, now you're asking a kid to snap the ball another 5-6 yards beyond that. At this level, you always worry about a bad snap in this scenario, and that happened to Westfield right there. And it's tough. It's a tough job, but let's see if Noblesville will take advantage of it.
Westfield with another personnel issue, a little late getting on the field. Boy, They could run the screen back the other way there to 22. Yeah, he was covered. There's a guy coming there late. They just tried to kind of run a little boot and get the ball in the flats to their wingback, King Hall, coming across the formation.
Yeah, try and get him a little space and see what he could do.
Westfield's really wise of that. 33, the corner stayed home, and the linebacker, who's the tall kid here with his hands on his knees. 34, yeah, 30. Cooper Maggart and Elijah Sexton weren't born last night. You know, they saw that coming the whole way and made a great play on it.
Clock is moving here.
They're just trying to get the ball to. He caught it.
Did he catch that? Oh my goodness!
He caught it.
He got that left hand under it.
Wow, that's Bierstrom. They had a safety over the top bracketing him, so they're just throwing it, helping the kid make the play.
Oh my
and
goodness!
He totally did.
He did catch it. Watching the replay, he caught that ball.
He got his left hand under it. Wow, that play was a work of art. But we'll go with the Noblesville trophies play. Would you give him a trophy on that one, Jim? I think so. Jim's going to make a trophy. Kate, go pick your trophy up Monday. Just bring $100. He'll give you any trophy you want.
What a fantastic catch! Athletic. Just way to you don't see high school, college kids make that play sometime. Way to just focus on that ball.
Bierstrom's special. I mean, their safety had great coverage. He's right on the guy, and he knocks the ball down. And they're looking just to dump that ball again.
Oh, great play again. Got behind the defender there and just threw it right over the top of him.
It's A.J. Gonzalez, the tight end, coming out of that formation. And they've been running the ball and kind of hitting the halfback underneath and kind of in the hole right between the middle linebackers. And I think that's what, Westfield was expecting. But I think that route from the tight end getting outside it's just hard to cover all that stuff. Good complex route combination and a good and the two games I've seen this year, I haven't seen Osborne make a bad throw all year.
Well, not only that, but he had guys in his face. That was a heck of a throw.
Here's that touchdown again. If you watch, Bierstrom gets his left hand under the ball as it's coming down. I was expecting the referee to call that an incomplete, but from where I sit, it looked like he got his hand under it, but I wouldn't have been able to argue either way.
Yep, I agree. And we have the benefit of seeing it 2 or 3 times on replay where nobody else does unless you're at home watching this incredible broadcast right now. You would probably agree. We got that hand under there, made that catch. So Noblesville now up 16-0 with 27 seconds left, looking to kick the ball off. That's about a perfect spot kick. I know we always used to try and kick it right to the numbers on the side there, kind of in between the front line and the middle line there, and make them feel the football and not give them a head of steam running up the field. So they did exactly what they needed to do there. We got 21 seconds left, and I would expect Westfield to run the ball and keep it pretty conservative here.
Westfield again having personnel issues. Get the right guy on now. Looks like they're going to go trips left. Now you're down 2 scores. You almost want to take a chance, but at the same time, you don't want anything more bad to happen at this point.
And there's a tough snap, and he went down, put his knee down. Yeah.
16, 15 seconds. Yeah, the snaps have cost them 4 or 5 plays at least.
Yeah, it's tough to get anything going like that, as you talked about. They are just drive killers.
Well, that's going to be the end of the first half with your Noblesville Grinders leading the Westfield Rocks 16-0. We're going to show you that interview, Quinn, with Max Osborne here to start the half, and then we'll pick you guys back up at the start of the third quarter. All right,
Go.
Coach Blades here with Max Osborne, quarterback for the Noblesville Grinders. Max, you got a big opponent here with Westfield, our rival, who we agree to hate. At least for today. What's your game plan? How do you think the Grinders are going to do?
I think we're going to pound it inside and keep it running, and hopefully we can get a win.
You think there's any chance, Coach, is it Hostetler or OC? Is there any chance he's going to let you run the ball for a change?
I don't know.
Okay, you need to ask about that. Okay, you need to show them legs off. What else about Westfield are you worried about? Have you watched film?
I a little bit of film.
What are you worried about most?
Edges. So I think I worry about getting outside, but I know we can pound the ball with Dawson and Jimmy.
You have both of those options at your availability. You're in good shape.
Yeah.
All right, this is it. This is Max Osborne with the Grinders. Go Grinders. And Westfield, I hope you do okay.
Audio Video Security is Indiana's premier K-12 audio, video, and security provider. Blades is a design-built firm that provides high-quality solutions that are designed, engineered, installed, and warranted by our team of experts. For 18 years, we've helped schools and local businesses see and hear more clearly. Whether it's your sound system, your displays, your network, or your building security, ask how our experienced team can serve you.
What time's that game?
He has a wedding to go to at 5. That's it. They won't be able to make it.
I might have a guy for you if you need one.
Got a wedding that's Saturday.
I mean, how hard can it be? Will can do it. Welcome back to Beaver Stadium in Noblesville for the start of your second half between the Noblesville Grinders and the visiting Westfield Rocks. Noblesville owned the first half, 16-0. They will be kicking off. Westfield's going to look to correct it. This is Sean Blades here with Coach Brandon Bennett. Coach Bennett, what do you think of that first half? What do you expect to see happening here with the second half?
Well, I think you described it pretty well as they switch ends here. They had them going the wrong way, but really Noblesville dominated on both sides of the football, and I expect Westfield to make some adjustments because they've got a great staff over there, and they've been in this league for a long time. They know what changes they need to make, so I expect Noblesville to keep doing a lot of what they've been doing. And because it's worked, and very impressive first half for the Grinders. A lot of talented kids out there.
They are talented. If I'm Westfield, I'll put the Westfield coach's hat on. I want to see my offense get a chance to run some plays. You're frustrated because of the snaps and those kind of mistakes. So you're thinking, if I can just get some snaps, we might have something working here. They did have an open receiver on a deep ball earlier that they missed. They've had some opportunities, but Coach Moran's thinking, I don't know where we're at because we can't put a series together.
No.
So if they can fix that, it might be a different ball game, but we'll see.
I'm not real sure. Did they get a first down in that last in the first half? I'm not real sure they did. So they haven't put 3 solid plays together yet, and I expect we'll see that a little bit here in this second half, just with adjustments.
Yeah, self-inflicted wounds. Westfield's going to come out here. Padgett's quarterback again. I think this kid's special. They're going to come out with a trip set down to the left. Got tight right. Noblesville's rotating 2 guys down, but, I mean, we're 3-on-2 out here. Jackson shuffles over a little bit.
Oh, again, another. That's a fumble. That Noblesville may be on that ball.
They did. Noblesville fell on it. That's exactly the opposite start that Coach Moran wanted.
Yeah.
I'm looking at him over there. I love him so much, and he's just so distraught right now. You know.
Yeah, they just can't get anything to go right for them right this minute. We'll see what they do on defense.
It's hard enough to beat the other team, but when you beat yourself as a coach, you're just demoralized.
Yep.
So Noblesville will take over. I didn't see who recovered that fumble. Jimmy Canada was there. There's a couple guys there. I didn't see who
looks like it looks like Canada because he's got the turnover chain on down there on the sidelines. So he must have been the one that got that fumble recovery.
So like this, we got Bruce, a very veteran official over here on our sideline now, and I've been noticing the first couple weeks that the officials aren't owning the sidelines in the white part. They're letting the coaches and players kind of drift. They really need to set that rule down. Just as good training and discipline, if nothing else. It's a straight dive up the middle of the first play there. Nothing gained.
It's interesting. That looks like they made an adjustment there.
They just kind of brought the house.
Yeah.
I think they were in a 50 or a 60 and just walked the linebackers down, and there was really nowhere to go there.
Yeah, I used to get in trouble with the officials a lot for that white 3 yards there. I was in it a lot. So.
And it's funny because you look down there. When I was down there, I'm sure I was in the white a lot. You look down, guys, is it that big of a deal to back up 2 quick steps? Now, see, here's a good adjustment from Coach Hostetler with Westfield jamming that box. Let's just get at the edge.
Yep, absolutely. And we've got the athletes to do that as well. The Grinders do, and picked up a nice 7-yard gain there. So
Westfield has 7 guys between tight end and wing. So at most, you're going to have 2 guys on the edge. We didn't even get an edge block and picked up 7 yards there. I got to quit saying we. I'm representing the IEFA here, but I am a homer for the Grinders. Everybody listening knows that.
I noticed myself doing that too.
I just want to see good football, and I love the fact these kids are playing in 2 great programs. There's a little boot by Osborne.
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
Great play. Great play by 44 from Westfield. That might be the break they needed. Eli Calling really read that screen from the get-go. Wonderful play by Eli. He saw it. He sunk. Ozzie was just under a lot of pressure there. 34 Elijah Sexton was in his face, and And he tried to get rid of it, but I'll tell you, Calling made a great play there. That's the break Westfield's looking for.
Yeah, he's just got to probably learn to just take the loss there and not try and throw that one away, just go down.
It's hard to turn and read that.
Yeah. He's fallen away from it. I mean, tough play, but a great play for Westfield. Let's see what they can do with it now. You know, we talked about their offense. Can they get it on track?
Noblesville stays in their 40. There's a little better snap. Just a quick hitch route to 88. I'm telling you what, Zayden Stanner is about as good of a tackler as you're going to find in this league. Well-executed hitch route there to 88. Blake Wachamerka from Xander Pratchett, but
well, see what happens when they get a good snap and they're able to actually execute a play. They're going to pick up some yards.
Well, and they're going to see that. Zayden Stanner is a very aggressive player, very quick. Come back, made a nice tackle. Don't be surprised to see a little double move here. But again, double move is going to mean they have to get a good snap. You know, they've got to be able to execute some things. Trips out to the right, single back set.
Safety sneaking over there now. Oh.
It's a nice little route combo out of that trips, bringing, I think, the number one receiver underneath into a slant, kind of underneath the other two receivers. Wide open. That's hard to cover in the flats. And 33 just had the ball as kind of a laser. Cooper Maggart went right through his hands. He's beating himself up for it. Hey, Coop, get up. Next play, buddy. You got this.
Absolutely. Coach Ely out halfway out on the field there, coaching his DBs up, and not happy the way they played that. Got a break, but see if they can recover here.
Going to be 3rd and about 7. Patchett's looking over the defense. Still have trips up to the top. Snaps. There's 88 down the pipe, wide open.
Wide open. Got way behind him.
88 is fast. That's Blake Wachamerka on the catch there. He just ran a straight post route and never slowed down. And I think the Grinders are in cover 3 there. I can't tell. The safety got beat deep and the corner got beat deep. If you're in cover 3, they both have deep third. So very aggressive play, well taken advantage of.
Yeah, Jackson pushed him out of bounds to save the touchdown there. Good hustle play, but yeah, I know you preached it when we talked about it. Don't let these guys get behind you, and that was the number one rule, and just got broken.
Camden Jackson made a great touchdown-saving tackle. Yeah, we found in cover 3 at this level, you got 2 corner safety, you got deep thirds. You got to just give cushion. If you got a team beating you underneath, adjust. But at this level, not a lot of teams are going to beat you with a slant, so just give them cushion. If you can adjust if need be. Great play there.
Great play.
That's Everdell, 23, shooting the gap and tackling behind the line of scrimmage. Really nice play. Just a simple run play with number 9, that's Reed Hubner, and Everdell makes a wonderful tackle there.
I'll tell you what, now that they've got these snaps worked out a little bit, I'm impressed with Xander Pratchett back there at quarterback. He's made a couple of really big throws, one that was just a little out in front of his receiver, but he's got an arm.
Yeah, he's good. I'm not, I don't know, I haven't asked, but I'm pretty sure he's got to be related to it. There was a Pratchett at quarterback for Westfield a few years ago that was really good, so my guess is there's some connection there. Trips right again. I look for Pratchett to throw it or run the ball himself. A little better snap.
Oh, my goodness.
It's Everdell again. Same blitz, same gap. He blew up the running back and just made the play. Everdell's tough.
Wow.
Yeah,
that was
kind of an ugly play on Pratchett's leg there, but I think he's all right. That's Everdell, man. Just well-timed blitz.
So now we got 3rd down from the 14-yard line. Obviously, 2 plays to try and get it in the end zone here. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get one-on-one coverage outside with a taller receiver and just throwing it up to him. I'm looking down here at the bottom. Number 88 again has a height advantage. Wachamerka has a height advantage on Stanner. I would probably give him a chance, kind of like the Miller or the Grinders did earlier with Bierstrom.
There's that underneath route.
Yeah, they went back to the underneath route there with Cooper Maggart.
And guess who made that tackle again?
Who was that? Everdell?
Yeah. Kid is everywhere.
He's got to get width against those trips, and his eyes have got to read pass. And when he sees those quarterback's eyes, he did. He dropped to his hook curl zone and did a really good job.
Great tackle. Impressive.
I'd like to see him wrap up there, but yeah, good hit. Fourth and goal now from the 7. This is a big play. Westfield really needs to punch this in the end zone to get back in this game, get some confidence and some momentum to keep this momentum going. Like they're going to come up again, no tight end set. Trips to the right, single receiver left. I look for him just to throw the ball up there to Blake Wachamerka and just let him make a play. Ooh, you hate to lose that timeout early in the game when you're down 2 scores.
Yeah, I really expect Noblesville to bring a blitz again here. They've run it, 2 plays in a row and had a lot of success. They didn't run it last play, and they were able to get that pass out. So, do you go back to that, Coach, or do you sit back and just try and prevent the 7-yard gain here?
Well, if you see what would be called 10 personnel package, what Westfield was just in with the trips left and the single receiver to the right, you have no tight end. So your inside linebackers aren't necessarily looking for a tight end release, seam, or anything like that. If anything, they're going to sink out to the flats or sink back to take away the slant or post. So
right.
Why not go ahead and send him on a blitz?
Absolutely, I agree.
You're not going to probably have time to get that back out of the backfield in some kind of a curl route underneath the linebackers. So I'd probably let my one linebacker, Dawson Cornell, play the middle and send Ale on another blitz to the C gap or somewhere. You'll see Westfield on their pass pro. They identify and they're double teaming what we call the 3 tech over the guard, and they're just that delayed blitz. There's nobody there to pick up Everdell. Okay, they're going to go back to trips. They're going to go empty. They're going to go 5 wide here. They're looking for a matchup they like. So this is a play where they've got something in mind with a route combo, or they're going to try to hopefully look for Padgett to use his legs. But my guess is they're going to try to throw this ball to some kind of a route combo. Maybe 4 down here at the bottom on a wheel route. He seems to be looking up top.
Oh, boy, that's a drive killer. Oh, and unless they're calling it on – they called that on Noblesville. They're going to the side judge over here for clarification, and they kept the call.
So they must have went across and made contact before Westfield's player got out of his stance. Still, it's half the distance. That quarterback run becomes more and more likely now. They're about the 3.5-yard line. Coach Moran's going to huddle them.
Yeah, this may change things up for him a little bit.
But again, now Coach is saying, look, I'm getting a chance for our offense to click here. We're getting snaps off. We're running our plays. And they're a different offense when you're not hurting yourself. Okay, now they've got 2 backs in the backfield. I really think that you're going to see Patchen just tuck the ball and take it off the right side here.
Coach Ely doesn't like what he sees right now.
Well, that timeout, we'll give him some time to talk about it.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about go ahead, Coach.
No. I just figured some things out. Make sure they're in the right defense now that we hurt ourselves a little bit there. By we, I mean the Noblesville Grinders. But let's see what we can figure out.
So scores from earlier, as we told you, Brownsburg beats Ben Davis 12-7 in a big game between 2 undefeated teams. So Brownsburg moves on to 3-0. Center Grove beat HSC this year or this week in a kind of a big way. But again, HSC has come back in this league as the Junior Royals under Coach Kelly's leadership, and they're pretty much all 5th graders. They didn't plan to play in the league as a team this year, but with a late dropout we had in our league, they agreed to go ahead and play the schedule. So it's going to be a rough one for them this year, but we hope that to see them just build on it because as a 5th grade team, they're pretty good.
Yeah, as next year as 6th graders, you can expect something big out of them.
Yes, sir. We're still looking for a score on the Carmel Pike game, and we're looking for a score. That'd be it. We got this game here. So here we go. 4th down and goal from about the 3.5. Now they went to a different formation here. They did go to a tight end.
And
Westfield called their second timeout.
It is. Called another timeout.
We got a chess game going here between these two. Well, that gives me a chance to talk about after this week. We are taking the league. IEFA will be taking Labor Day weekend off. Everybody can relax, maybe. Let the parents and kids get a chance to relax. Well, they will be coming back on week 4 will be September 7th, and here's the games that weekend. Originally, the game of the week, which was going to be on Hamilton County TV, was Center Grove at Westfield, but due to Westfield not being able to secure their stadium that day for prior events, that game's been moved out to Grand Park. That's a 4 o'clock start time on Field 8, and it's not really something that we can broadcast on Hamilton County TV due to the lack of bleachers. Also that day, you got Carmel at Ben Davis, you got Brownsburg at Pike, and then Noblesville at HSE, as of this moment, will be the game of the week at HSE High School at 6 o'clock. Here we go. They're ready. They're in the pistol. 2 receivers right, tight end and receiver tight end receiver right, and 2 receivers left.
False start. There's the call this time. That's the indication.
Yeah, Westfield's left tackle jumped. They had the play too. Pageant delivered a great ball on the slant route. Coach Moran's about to lose his mind.
Well, back where we started here, this is about the third or fourth iteration of this one down. We have not gotten off to actually run yet. So we again will see what happens on 4th down here from the 9 now.
Westfield has been a victim of many, many, many self-inflicted wounds today.
And it's things they can clean up, Coach, as we look and watch what mistakes are made.
Tight. Even that snap's just a little
picked. Oh,
little timing mishap there. But
yeah.
That's going to be a turnover on downs. The Grinders will take the ball over at about the 8.5, 9-yard line. 1st and 10 with 3:48 remaining in the third quarter. That was and it's good and bad. It's bad because you hate making all these mistakes if you're Westfield and you're frustrated. The only good of it is as you reflect on this game and you look back, you go, hey, we could win that game.
Yeah.
We could. These are things we can control, we can fix.
Yep.
When you go out and you just get whooped, that's one thing. But when you go out and you whip yourself quite a bit, you can make some adjustments, clean some things up.
Yeah, that's the key, is making sure that you can fix those mistakes, right? It's not you can't coach effort, you can't coach toughness, and so if you've got that instilled in your team, the rest of these things are correctable.
Miller's come out in that eye with the wing left. Westfield's just bringing the house at this point. They really are.
Yeah, this is where you try and get it outside if you can adjust at the line there, but
Dawson Cornell up the middle just picks up a couple yards. Yeah, the Rocks are just walking those linebackers right on the heels and just daring Noblesville to do something.
Actually, that was King Hall on that carry, and he picked up a couple of yards there. That was a tough run. I'd really like to see them get him in space.
Well, I think they'd like to get him in space. I think you might see that if Westfield continues this 8-gap defense where they're just really bringing the house up front. You're probably going to see them try to toss it.
There it is again.
There's 5 yards.
Yeah.
Malachi Edwards is a little upset with himself there. He fell for the old no play.
Yeah, it's tough. You feel bad when you make that play and just don't feel like you're focused enough. And they're frustrated right now. And when you get frustrated, it makes it hard to lose focus and easy to make mistakes like that. Oh, that's just an absolutely fantastic play. We almost saw King Hall in space there, but
we did. A 34 for Elijah Sexton just comes off. And again, we got a situation where the lead blockers have got to get their eyes inside.
Right.
They're looking back outside on a corner that's 8-10 yards downfield, and they got to look back inside.
And that's just a little adjustment, a little coaching adjustment that they'll pick up on when they watch film here.
3rd and 4 or 5 here. Yeah, Westfield's just bringing the house.
Yeah, they're a little more physical up front now.
They really are. That's 4th down now. No gain on the play. 4th and about 4.
Boy, from the 15-yard line, I know the Coach Blades theory on this. We're going for it, but does that stand for what the Grinders do now?
He's not going for it. He's going to try to get them to jump off sides, call a timeout, and punt it. That's my crystal ball.
You got one.
Which I could be totally wrong out of shotgun.
They may punt it right here like this.
Well, Max Osborne can do it all.
He sure can. That's a great
43.
punt. Yep.
Almost a 30-yard net gain. Very nice play. Very nice play. Hope Steve Dillinger's happy the Grinders punted for the first time in 3 seasons. Congratulations, Coach Dillinger. All right, well, Westfield's taken over. They definitely have the momentum this second half. Just haven't taken advantage of the big momentum shift. They hadn't been able to punch it in. So, with a minute 37 left, they'll take over 1st and 10 in plus territory at the 42. And again, they're just thinking, give me some good snaps and let me get some plays off.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we talked about earlier, they get some snaps, and they're having some success. So it's got to start right there.
2 receivers to the left. You got a tight end and a receiver to the right. Single back and pistol set. Gave him a little signal that he's going to run right, I believe. Noblesville's in the backfield to try to make the play, but 44 there, Eli Calling is able to squirt away there and still pick up 2 or 3 yards, which is really a good job considering he's getting hit by our linebackers in the backfield.
Yeah, Canada, he just missed there just a little bit, and the running back made a nice cut to make him miss, and Canada was frustrated with himself, but he's pretty close on that. I think he's trying to break down a little bit more and try and read his belly button.
Here's trips up, and they're kind of spreading that trips up, which makes you think they're trying to do something different, but I still like this one-on-one matchup down here. They tried to run a little skinny slant there with Wachamerka that time, but it was pretty well covered. But, Patchett just tucks the ball and picks up 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah, great play on his part. Way to pull it down and recognize it's not there and make some positive yardage.
He's looking at that post route with Wachamerka back here one-on-one, but, man, they got to look at the fade there. I mean, the fade's going to get him one-on-one, even if the coverage is decent. You got a substantial height advantage there, and you got an aggressive corner. I like that play rather than running something into the safety like they just did, because Camden Jackson's been on the verge of interceptions a few times here, and he's going to get one of them here if they get a little too desperate and careless. 44 again.
Just
Eli
short of the
Calling.
first down.
Could be A.J. Gonzalez, number 20, off the defensive end position, takes on a double team, releases, and makes a pretty nice play.
Yeah.
That's going to be the end of the third quarter. After 3, Grinders up on the Rock, 16-0. We'll see you after this short break.
Blades Audio Video Security is Indiana's premier K-12 audio, video, and security provider. Blades is a design-built firm that provides high-quality solutions that are designed, engineered, installed, and warranted by our team of experts. For 18 years, we've helped schools and local businesses see and hear more clearly. Whether it's your sound system, your displays, your network, or your building security, ask how our experienced team can serve you.
All right, welcome back to Beaver Stadium here at the start of the fourth quarter. The Noblesville Grinders up on the Westfield Rock, 16-0. They got the ball on a 4th and 1. Westfield has the ball 4th and 1 from their Noblesville 33 to start the fourth quarter. Coach Bennett, Westfield's honestly had the momentum this whole half. Just haven't made anything happen. What do you think they're going to do here?
Well, they really just need to get 1.5 yards here to keep this drive going, and I think you just got to play it pretty conservative. And I think they're going to hand it off and just try and get this yard and then go back to the drawing board for the next series. But
I think they're going to run the quarterback off the right side.
And look at that. I believe they ran the quarterback off the right side.
Yeah, that you could just see by the alignment of the halfback. That's something they haven't really done, where he's a yard to the right. They're just looking to pick up a yard there. And Noblesville looked like they almost ran a stunt or something. 54, Evan McCain really kind of vacated his position.
Right.
Looked kind of different. I don't know if they were running a stunt or what they were doing on fourth down. I'd hope not, but, Coach Ely, he likes to get shifty up there. Him and I used to go round and round about it. I'm too stubborn to change much, and he's got 45-7 blitzes in ready to go.
Yes, that's what he likes to do.
Love that guy. 1st and 10, Rocks. There's another iffy snap. 88.
Made a great catch.
Great catch. That's a matchup, 88 on either side, one-on-one, you got to go to. I mean, our DBs and safety have showed a lack of discipline on the deep ball. And I can't explain the coverage we're in, to be honest with you, because the corner forces the receiver inside, but he lets him run right by him, and we only have one safety back here.
Right.
Which we're not in cover one. We're not in cover nobody. So, yeah, they got to make an adjustment there on the backside.
Well, it's 1st and goal now from the 3.
Big play for Westfield.
Boy.
Jimmy Canada and Everdell both blitzing.
Double blitz there for both your middle linebackers right up the middle, and drops them for a loss of 4 yards.
Reed Hubner had no chance.
Looks like one came A gap, one came C gap.
Yeah, they just kind of took a chance there, and even if Patchett pulls that ball, A.J. Gonzalez is winning the battle at the 6-tech on that tight end, and he was there. I look for him to throw the ball here. 2nd and goal from the 6. Staying in the pistol, you got trips to the left, single receiver to the right. I like 88 against anybody.
I was going to say the same thing, but they blitzed and brought him down again.
Everdell and A.J. Gonzalez both got there, but Everdell's just been all over the quarterback. That kid knows how to blitz. He knows how to time it, and he just finds that window just right.
Yeah, that kid, I tell you, he's been all over the place in that backfield. Was that, 3 sacks maybe for him today?
Yeah, from the inside linebacker position.
That's not normal.
3rd down. They're trying to go to 88 again. Watch a marker, but they keep trying to bring him under the corner on a slant or skinny post, and they've got to just take him to the pylon. Run him a corner route, fade route, just get him one-on-one, get him away from the safety, and give him a chance.
This may be a better matchup for him here, honestly, throwing it out to the left side.
He's looking out there.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Oh, almost picked off by you-know-who, Everett Ely.
Everett Isle. I think it's Eel or Isle. I don't know. Let's call him Mount Everett. Mount Everett.
Mount Everett.
Mount Everett just about picked it off.
Goodness gracious, he is having a day.
How about 2 sacks and a near pick in a succession of plays here?
Well, Coach, we started down here after that big play with that Westfield, the big catch that Wichamerka had. 1st and goal from the 2. Now it's 4th and goal from the 12-yard line.
I'm telling you, though, with Connor Skelton, with Gonzo up there, with Thornburg, with Hess and Aguilaro, our front 4, the Grinders' front 4 is small, but they're so active. And then Everett Ill just says, hey, I'll find an opening here and just jump all over it. They try to wheel route up top. A.J. Gonzalez.
Fantastic play. Never quit.
Relentless.
Never quit. But neither did Patchett. He tried. He did. The pass wasn't there. He tried to make something. Almost escaped the tackle there. Great effort on his part. He just didn't have much opportunity there.
4th and goal. You just kind of got to throw it up there and hope. At that point. You're looking for a matchup. The problem is when they spread them out 2 by 2 like that, there's not any one-on-one coverage that you're looking for a matchup. And got to tell you, A.J. Gonzalez, one of my favorite players I ever coached at the Grinder level. As a 5th grader last year, got in on quite a bit of games, and just a sweetheart of a kid, just the nicest young man, and very, very physical and aggressive. You'd be your kind of guy, Bennett.
Yeah, that's I love those kids that are physical. We got a direct snap right there.
Yeah, Westfield's probably a little deflated right now.
Yeah, getting down to the 2-yard line, not be able to punch it in.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice they've been down there inside the 10. And
one time kind of killed themselves with the penalty, and then this time just Noblesville being aggressive and throwing a couple of nasty blitzes at them. It's just hard to pick up at this level.
That's the kind of play right there that's going to win with Westfield's current defensive schemes, where they're really kind of selling out inside with their inside backers. You can see 34 stepping up to the C-gap up top.
And right there, that dive.
Yeah, that's where you want Canada to just lower his shoulder and get 5. You know, I don't like that little move at the end there. He kind of brought the corner into the play. You just want him to take that thing right up the hash. Right there. Put your foot in the ground, go forward.
Right. Yep. Just run over him.
A lot of times kids are looking for 50, and when another 5 would have been fine, you know. Jimmy's tough. Jimmy's a tough kid.
He's played a great game today.
Got Zayden Stanner out there at the wing with the pink elbow pads and gloves. He's rolling in it. There we go. Dawson Cornell, brought down by a host of Westfield players. Westfield's got some really good players on defense. They always have a tough defense, always tackle well.
Yeah, you haven't seen a lot of missed tackles out of Westfield today, quite honestly. I think that's a really, really good point. They've been very solid up front. They've just been in some really, really tough positions.
I think that was Riley Starrest on that tackle there. But yeah, they've again, Coach Moran's going to look at this and realize that they've had opportunities. That's how you finish a run right there, Jimmy Canada.
And that was a great read and a great step. Put his foot in the ground. The hole wasn't there, so he just went left 1 yard, found that hole, and bam.
Finish.
Yep.
Stanner got in the middle of that one. He might take the worst of that. Friendly fire. 3:45, clock's ticking in the fourth quarter. Grinders would just like to keep this football for the rest of the game if they could.
Yep, just a long drive, run the clock down, and, then go celebrate going.
Back to I. Tight right, wing left. No play. Very disciplined on the side of the black. Going to be a first down for the Grinders. Now, Brandon, I know you got a son that's a senior. Michael Bennett was a 3-year Grinder. I coached him for 2. Loved him. Let's watch this play here. There's Dawson Cornell going to pick up 4 or 5. I'm just simple ISO to the wingback. Now, they played last night. Got by Mount Vernon. Good game for his senior year. Got Homestead next week. Been at this stadium this is the 3rd year using the new stadium, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware that Noblesville Grinders have never lost at this stadium?
I am aware of that. That's 3 years undefeated at Beaver Stadium. That's an impressive feat.
It's pretty impressive. And he got rid of the walkout music. We had a great walkout music the last couple seasons. He got rid of that. He's not, he's like Mike Tyson. You roll in with just no robe and just get it on.
Yep.
But I'm Coach Dillinger always liked the pageantry, and we try to bring some of that back. And but yeah, the Grinders just come out here 3 years straight now without losing a game on this turf, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, Coach Ely he wants to go play football and win. He's
Zayden Stanner on the counter.
Great play. I don't feel like we've seen that play this half. They finally went back to it, and maybe setting them up for that the most of this half. But that was a great play, great read, get him out in open space, and pick up 15, 20 yards.
It's a play that Caden Bierstrom scored on earlier. Chase Lee's not happy with himself there. He missed his block, and fortunately the play was still able to get off.
Yeah.
Chase, another returning Grinder.
But back to Coach Ely. He I played high school football with him.
I didn't know he was that old.
Yeah, he is. He is actually 2 years younger than me, but he was in my brother's class, and he was one heck of a football player then, played hard, and that's how he's coaching out here now. You've coached with him. You know how he is.
Oh, yeah.
He just loves to win, and he loves to play hard. And
Braden Kowatz there in a big gain, about 7. Yeah, Coach Lee, I love him to death. He's loyal as there is. Good friend, good loyal friend, and I trust him a lot. And he was very honored to take over this program at this point in his life, and proud of his dedication and what he's been able to do to, try to turn it into something. Put a lot of work into these things, and you want them to be special, and he understands that. Rollins up the middle there, not much to be gained. Gonna bring up 3rd down and a couple. Now there's about a minute. Noblesville just simply needs to pick up another 1st down here. We'll probably see the victory formation.
Yeah. The other thing about Coach Ely, like me, he played for this program back in the late 80s, and got a lot out of it just like I did, and whether it's with the Grinders or any of these other programs, Westfield, or you can talk about any of them and how important they are to the development of these young men. And man, it's where I got some of my best life lessons were through this program.
I think they're going to let the clock run out. Rollins with a short gain. There's going to be a 4th and 1, but I think they're just going to let the clock run out. You're right. It means a lot. I wish that the buy-in was there top to bottom, to be honest with you, for these kids. But the Grinder program's on the right track, and we're glad to see that. We hope it translates to Friday nights at some point. Big win for the Grinders. That's it. They're gonna line up here. I think they are going to play a B game after, but big win for the Grinders. 16-0, your final score. Again, looking forward to a week off. We'll see you in 2 weeks as we'll be at HSC again for, these Grinders playing at the HSC Junior Royals. Coach Bennett, I appreciate you coming out tonight. Did a wonderful job. Hope we can do it again sometime. Thanks to Jim Walford and Will and all the Hamilton County TV guys for doing another wonderful job. And back-to-back nights up here in this booth for high school and IFA. It was a great time. Really enjoyed it, Coach Bennett.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it, and I'll be happy to do it whenever.
All right. God bless everyone. See you in 2 weeks.
Amen.